All right, everybody. I know you can't see my face at this moment, but I'm just getting the feed and everything all lined up. And in a moment, you will see my face. Quest is not yet here, but once he gets here, we'll get underway. Let me just set up a couple more things, and I think we will be good to go. Looks like all systems are go. Let me play this here, make sure it's good. All right, there I go. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up, Isaiah? How are you, bro? I see Frank Sagasta's on. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull, put these apps, close these apps up, so we will have no delays. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I guess Quest is on a quest, Isaiah. I don't know. You know what it is? Yeah. You know what it is. Sometimes he's on the move. So what we're gonna do is good afternoon. What we're gonna do is give him a little while to get on and we'll be good to go. How's your week so far? Go ahead and put it in the subject line. Let me know how your week is going. I'm gonna pull this up on my smartphone. That's good. Very good. Hey, Sherilyn. I'm just waiting for my man Quest to get on and we'll get right underway. I should probably send him a message to say where you be at. Yeah, let's give me a second here. Blessed. Blessed by the best. That's right. I know people used to say too blessed to be stressed. Hmm. Yeah, let me you know what? I think I'm gonna call him up. How about we just call him up? We can do that. I'm gonna call Quest. Hold fast. See, let me do that. Gmail. We're gonna put him on the phone. Last time I did this, um, he actually came on like while I was trying to dial the number. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna try and get him on this way real quick. Ayana, Gemma, how y'all doing? I'm about to call Quest on the telephone. Carmen, let me hit this button, make a call, and we're gonna put Quest in, and let's see what Quest is. All right, in a minute you should hear the thing ringing. There you go. I don't know. Should I make it a prank call? Nah, I shouldn't do that. It's ringing. Frank said, yeah. Yeah, that's actually kind of strange that we're not getting a. All right, I'm gonna try it one more time and see what happens. Go again, make a call. We're gonna call Quest and see what we get. Dialing now. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I don't know where my man is, but right now, oh, it's dialing in. Yeah, hold on, y'all. Here we go. All right, let me I tried to answer it. I don't know what that was. I'm gonna dial him one more time because it looks like he hit me back. And we'll see what it is. Yeah. I bet he's seeing on the phone that we're on. Hmm.
You have reached.
I have reached Quest's voicemail. So I don't know why his voicemail is picking up. You got the radio voice on. Yeah. It's one of those things. All right. So here what? I am about to put this link up. Hey Isaiah, what you doing, bro? I'm about to you trying to come on, bro, just for a little while? Isaiah, put in the subject line if you can get out of Starbucks or wherever you are. And we're going to get two heads up on this screen one way or the other, right? Sometimes there's a delay, so I'm waiting to see if Isaiah hits back to say that he can get out of Starbucks or wherever he is and hit this link. Look at that. All right. Well, looks like Quest is in.
Finally.
Listen, man, I had a pinch hitter. Like I'm like, I don't know if he was watching me on Facebook. I was like, Isaiah, hit the link. Like,
yo, let me tell you something. It's so funny because I'm sitting here. We had just a small issue here with the internet. And it just like for real, nothing with my phone, everything. And then I went downstairs and of course, you know, just the phone was on vibrate. I just happened to look at the table and see you coming through. And I was like, all right, well, let me run back upstairs because I just went reset everything. And I was like, all right, well, let me just see if it's running real quick.
Yeah.
If it don't, then I'll run back down and get you on the phone. But yeah.
Yeah. I dialed you in. I was like, yo, I I'm gonna get him on the telephone.
Yeah. I was and that's the route I was going. I was like, oh, we might have to do this via iPhone 7 Plus or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we good to go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Isaiah said he's always down. I was about to hit the link, like literally while he was coming on. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna want to just look at me, even though I go, but
nah, I know you will. I was like, even if I got to do it via phone, but I was trying to get this girl back up and running, and she's here.
I'm glad that you're alive and well.
Yep, alive and well, brother.
Yeah, so no more rambling for me. Whenever you're ready, say whatever you got to say to the peoples, and then share, and then we'll get going when you're ready, bro.
Man, shout out to the family and everybody that's in here, man. Let's get this thing cracking. We already behind schedule. So, yep, I'm with you.
Word. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and for those of you who are watching for the first time, as soon as we sound like we know what in the world we're talking about, that'll mean that we're live on the audio. Okay. So Quest and I are about to go live with the audio for iHeartRadio, tune in, and then it'll go for podcast after we're done. So everybody here, hold fast. Quest, quiet on the set. Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What are we talking about today?
Yup. What up? Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast.
Yeah, welcome, Quest.
Hey, I'm not laughing because I'm losing my mind. I'm just laughing because I'm happy, man.
Yeah, man.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, my fam. Happy New Year. Yeah, I know this week you have definitely been on the grind. I've been keeping you lifted in prayers. Don't worry, I seen the messages. I may not have gotten a chance to respond, but I seen them and threw them up on your behalf. And so I'm believing that everything went as according to plan. And if not, it's because, you know what I'm saying, the creator got something else up his
Yeah,
sleeve.
yeah,
And
man.
that's all well and good too. But that's for you. And happy New Year's to all of our peoples who like for real, who have been supporting us up until this time. You know what I'm saying? I know like in a couple of months, you know, it'll be a year's anniversary, man. I ain't tripping. We in the
Wow,
new year.
imagine that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that we're over 6 months in and a number of episodes in. You know what I'm saying? We got the twofers dropping. We
yeah,
dropping one every Monday and one every Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Marriage moments and the podcast itself.
True
So
indeed.
yeah, man, I have a spirit of gratitude, if you will,
Yeah,
because we've been doing it for a minute. We still here, and he's still allowing us to do the thing that we love, and that's talk about marriage. Yep.
yes.
Yeah, I just want to speak specifically to, you know, and shout out the love of my life. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying? You know what I'm saying? The cream to my postum, if you will, on my Folgers decaf. You feel me? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The sour to my sap. You know what I'm saying? The
oh
Irish to my
boy.
moss. You
Oh
know?
boy, you better say something Boricua like while you
Oh
making
yeah.
those allusions, bro.
Well, shoot, the plátano to my mofongo. You
All
know what I mean?
right,
Like
there
for
you
real.
go,
You know what I'm
Mofongo.
saying? You
All
know what I'm
right,
saying? Like for real.
you're in the clear now.
She said this week, and I'm paraphrasing. She said, "My man crush, my hashtag, my hashtag man crush every day will always be about you." She
Word.
she said, "Thank you for warming up the car for me in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for making my coffee and tea in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Thank you for ironing my clothes. Thank you for doing all of these different things." And then she said, what was it? She said, "They don't go unnoticed or unappreciated." You
Uh-huh.
know, then she said, hashtag te amo hasta la luna, which
Okay. She
means
loves you what?
I love you to the moon. You know
Word.
what I'm saying? So yeah, shouts out to her, man. We starting the new year off right. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying? We
Yeah.
tried to. We tried to. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Marriage works if you work it, man.
No doubt. Like, listen, I'm feeling good because I don't feel indicted by all that praise over there, man. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm not thinking like, oh man, I wish our marriage was. Listen, man, it's a love fest over here, man. We got
Praise.
16 good years in,
It
plus
better be.
11 good friend years. But on that special stuff, 16
Yeah.
years, right? And guess what,
Yeah.
Quest? I was telling
Yeah.
one of my homegirls, man, that just got engaged and she waited, man.
Yeah.
47, she waited, man. And she got
Yeah.
her a bow, man. Like it's good. Like it's
Yeah.
good, B. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I told her inbox her the other day, I was like, listen, Simone and I like went over this. I'm not gonna call it a hump because we didn't have a hump,
Oh,
but we
right.
crossed a line, like some next level line at the 15th year.
Yeah.
And it turned up, and we both observed that something special happened. And it wasn't like getting over something negative. It was just like the good got greater. And I was like, wow, man, only God could do that, bro.
Yeah. No doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt.
So keep
No
it up.
doubt. Yeah. No
Keep
doubt,
it
man.
up.
So like I'm saying, man, a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, what we get throughout the years because of the way we started it. And I'm telling you,
Yeah, word.
it's a new year, new blessings, new mercies, new grace. And I'm telling you that there are new opportunities that come along with that newness.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like for real, if y'all want to experience the newness, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, this is your opportunity to experience the newness. You got an opportunity to do some things different. You've been doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Been getting you the same result. That's insanity. Do
Yeah.
something different. Word up.
Word up. All right.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
let's go, man. Then we're gonna do something to make the applause piece come up because I know we were kind of out of sync. So
Oh yeah.
let
Yeah.
me know
Yeah.
what you gotta tell me, and then we get
Now
moving.
we definitely not out of sync. So let me just go back to the beginning and say, yeah. It's your boy Quest, the host with the most, alongside my man, my man, L. David Harris.
Oh wait.
I told y'all I wasn't gonna leave you stranded.
Yo, am I
You know what I'm
that?
saying?
Am I that regimented, Quest? Guess what?
Yeah.
Class is in session.
Oh, no doubt it is. No doubt it is. And so if you know somebody who is in need of it, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, no
man.
doubt. The Marriage Kings is in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Lions Den. Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt.
Good stuff.
So man, let me go ahead and get them out the way. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then love it. Then you'll be successful. For real, man. You already know what we're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who knows anything about motivation, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to, you know what I'm saying, E.T. the hip hop preacher, man. Dr. Eric Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call him. Extraterrestrial. Sometimes I feel like he ain't from this world, but but yeah, man, if you're looking to go to the next level, you know what I'm saying, as a speaker, entrepreneur, you're looking for personal development, you're looking to develop your spirit and your soul, you're looking to develop your marriage and make it better, then Breathe University is definitely the place to be. If you want more information, stop by the website, or shucks, just hit me up on my page and I'll be more than happy to introduce you to a number of people who will have nothing but positive things to say. But stop by the website, www.breatheuniversity.com.
Good stuff. Well, let's get this out of the way because I got a secret for you, man. It's a good one. Yeah. So today's program is brought to you by, guess who? Audible. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/marriage.
Yes.
With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And today, you know, our people's got a bunch of books.
Yep.
Yeah. So from Les and Leslie Parrott, this one is Love Talk. Yeah. Speak each other's language like you never have before. And this is about communication. Next level. Next level.
Yep.
So next level communication. Love Talk. Speak each other's language like you never have before. It's a good one. Go out and get it. Now, you don't need to use that book. You can, download whichever you choose, but that's the one we're recommending today. Yeah. So go get it, man. Tell us how it was.
Yep. Please tell us how it was.
Yeah, man.
Yep. So what, let me tell you something. You were telling this nothing but a love fest over there. And I was saying, man, it got to be. I saw the young one, just like, Jay was out there. Like, I mean, it looked like he was like living life. You know what I'm saying? When he out at that beach, you know what I'm saying? My man was just out there living life, swimming like a little fish.
Yeah, man. Enjoyable.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we do on the holidays, you know.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, because it's a whopping 32 degrees over here.
Yeah, I was gonna let you live, man. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm gonna just, wait for us to get to the thing because I don't want to. I ain't trying to rub salt in nobody's wounds.
Well, because it's sunny today, I guess that that a lot. When it's a lot of sunshine outside, I feel better. So, although I don't want to be out there right now, even with the sun up, my skin is a little bit thicker today. I can handle it today.
Good, very good.
I can handle it today. Today I can handle it.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into this, man.
All right, man. What we talking about today, D?
We're talking about love portrait.
Yeah, portrait. Come on.
Yeah, portrait of love, man. And we're gonna talk about talk about sex. We're not gonna unpack all the details, and I could give y'all all y'all can get that figured out. But we're gonna talk about one of the dynamics in marriage that is an expression of love, really.
Yeah.
One of the expressions of love has to do with our sexuality in marriage. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And today I'm going to get off of I'm not going to look at my assessment with the Queen because I don't want to be skipping over stuff because there is stuff that I really don't want to talk about in my assessment with Simone because I just don't want to. And but these people are cool with everybody knowing their secrets, you know what I'm saying, about how they view sex. So I'm going to use the sample joint that we use all the time, Quest, because, I'm married, bro. I'm not just talking about myself. So, the Queen might not be really wanting y'all hundreds and thousands.
I'm cool with it, but she may not be cool with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm not going to use it. Let's use this one. Okay. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
Like for instance, these two people, the couple that I'm using the assessment of, the wife is a cooperating spouse. Now think of these things in context of sex in this case, right? And in her case, that means being heartfelt, vulnerable, and giving the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
Right. And I'm not going to get
Yep.
into the guy yet, because that immediately throws up something really cool for me. Because
Mhm.
if you're having um, a sexual relationship with your spouse, because not every couple are having sexual relationships, I
Mhm.
think we need to do a program on that alone,
Yep.
bro. Because
Yep.
some people, for whatever their reasons, are abstaining or neglecting, if you want to say.
Mhm.
But for those who are having, for her to be heartfelt, just generally, is major, because you don't compartmentalize. When you're a certain way in every aspect, generally speaking. I know you can come up with all kind of anomalies, but
Yep.
if she's vulnerable, then she's going to be vulnerable sexually, and that's positive.
Mhm.
If she's going to be giving the benefit of the doubt, then listen, with all these people, have you been watching the news lately?
Yeah.
All these people dropping like flies in every arena, from religious to
Oh, come
political,
on. Come
Hollywood
on.
to silver screen. What's the other screen when you're just watching the TV screen?
Yep.
Like, people in every arena, sports figures, are like dropping like flies in the public eye now, sexually, right? And so for a woman to generally be willing to give the benefit of the doubt,
Mhm.
she could, that's better than a woman who is paranoid based on what's happening on television and not what her husband is showing her. So for her to give him the benefit of the doubt in any way is positive. And in his case, he's an affirming spouse.
Yep.
Being attentive. You like that word, Quest?
I love that.
For a guy to be attentive to his wife.
I love that. I'm just telling you, I'm attentive to the needs. She just spoke it for me. That, you know what I'm saying, through the
There you
Instagram.
go. There you go.
Yeah. So
Being attentive and giving each other affection and acceptance.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because now let me go. Okay, attentiveness. Like, we should listen. We've talked about this before, Quest.
Yep.
Men need to be attentive to women, not just because we love our wives, and we do and must and should, but because our wives are generally built differently biologically.
Oh, come
So
on.
it takes a next level of attentiveness for it to be equally fulfilling. Now, I'm not going to qualify it so we can argue about the details, but I'm just saying it's incumbent upon a man to be more attentive with his wife than to anything or anyone else, because of how we're made up. But I like the acceptance piece, because so many women statistically, whether they're sexy objectively or subjectively or whatever body makeup they are, there are body image issues in the in the woman. I wanted to say something real slick, but I couldn't think of it. But women often go through body image issues. So for this man to generally be attentive and giving and loving to give affection, and a guy who is on the acceptance side of things, then body image from his wife's perspective need not be an issue, because he's not going to be too worried about all of the things that society has told her that she's supposed to look like or not look like.
Let me tell you something. I don't need nobody telling me what I like and what I don't like. I already know what I like.
Real talk. Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I love let me just speak to what drew me to faith. I know what I liked long before I got to faith. I love the curvy woman. You feel me? I love I didn't want a chick who looked like she needed to eat some cornmeal porridge or something. You know what I'm saying? Like she needed a piece of chicken. I love that about faith. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want somebody look like she need a sandwich?
Yeah, she need a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I love a woman who ain't scared to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not telling you to, be like one of those specials.
Careful.
Yeah. I'm being very careful, but I'm just saying, like, I love the curvy woman.
Okay.
And I know sometimes how difficult that can be with women when they're struggling with their weight. But I was like, if there's anything that my wife is going to be struggling with, it's not going to be struggling. She's not going to be struggling with it, because of me. Because you know what I'm saying? Right. It's going to be some stuff that you dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? And if you need my help, I'm more than happy to. But let me tell you something, Faith, to tell you, it's sometimes I might get on her nerves, D, but I'm always touching on her.
You very appreciative, Quest?
Oh, I'm very appreciative. I love all of it. From the crown of her head to the soles of her feet. It ain't a curve on it that I don't love.
All right, we don't put no rating on this, so so careful. We got to put a rating on it if
Hey, this is for married folk, right?
Understood, but we didn't put a rating on it, so we got to be careful.
So we got to be careful. But I'm not. I don't think that we saying anything. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just don't know where you're going. I'm just saying. Like
I'm
maybe
just saying.
when we do Paul Graham in the States, we can do whatever because we'll be in a closed environment. You understand? But right now, we got to put a rating on it if we're gonna do.
All right. Well, I'm just telling you, I love the woman from the crown of her head to the soles of her feet. Now, I'm not loving her from the outside in. I love her from the inside out. But I don't appreciate the outside no less, is what I'm saying. So,
understood.
Yeah. So, in connection with what you were saying, like for real, I'm not caught up in that foolishness. Society ain't finna tell me what I like and what I don't like. I know what I like in this woman, and I like everything she got. Let me just say that.
Yeah. It's interesting. The assessment of the couple's name are Tony and Chris. So
yes.
Chris is the man and Tony is the woman. All right.
Yes.
So yeah. So here we go. So they in this little section called "Let's Talk About Sex." The questions are, there are 4 questions. 1, are you abstaining from sex? Yeah. 2, how do you rate your desire? 3, who do you expect to initiate sex? 4, and final, how often do you expect to have sex? So which one should we hit first, Quest?
Shucks, it's a couple of them in there. I'm looking to see if I see them in my sample too, but yeah. Let's go with either how you rate it or how many times you expect to have it.
All right, so let's go with how you rate. Now, this is very interesting, and I won't go through the questions that help the algorithm arrive at this number, right?
Yes,
The scale is up to 10, and 10 is the best. This is a positive. How do you rate your desire? This is odd because their assessment shows an anomaly in my view, but their desire. So Chris, the man, rates his desire at a 10. Okay, this is what he did in a vacuum without Tony looking over his shoulder.
Come on.
And vice versa for Tony. Her rating is a 7. She rates her desire at a 7.
Yes.
Now,
but here's what bugs me out though. When it asked her, how often do you expect to have it?
That's the anomaly.
She said every other day. But that's the thing. And he said every other day. So here's the thing, as they rate it.
Yeah.
He rates it as very important and expects to have it every other day.
Well, not important, though. The desire. This is not an importance question. It's about desire. Where's your desire level?
Oh, all right. Well, her desire is at 7, but she expects to have it every other day. And I'm guessing that it's not that it's less important to her than it is to him. They just look at it differently.
Perspective.
Yep.
Perspective.
Yep. The way that they're wired.
And it's interesting that they have the same sort of interval in mind. That's interesting. But what I wanted to say about this desire continuum.
Oh, I love this. I love where this is going.
That the desire, the fact that she desires it less, and I don't know from what place her desire comes, whether it's an emotional desire, whether it's a physical sexual, an emotional sexual, an intellectual sexual, or if Chris's is stereotypical physical sexual. I don't know, what went in to them giving their ratings, because we're complex beings, both men and women. So it's not a matter of like, do you want it? How much do you want it? That wasn't the question. And that's not how they arrived at this particular rating. So a lot can go into it. So her 7, Tony's 7 might be pick a woman's names 20. Because maybe her 7, I'm making this up because I do not know Tony. I do not know Chris. Maybe her 7 is the way it looks, or it could be that her 7, maybe she has extreme desires and she's had to dial it back because her desire level is so high that when she backs it down to a 7, it's still major. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't really make a lot out of it because we're not in front of Tony and Chris to sort of hash out what does this actually mean? Because again, the anomaly is both of them expect to have it every other day.
Okay. So can I introduce another dynamic that I'm seeing here too?
I hope so, yeah.
I would want to say that how often they expect it can change based upon how their needs are being met.
No doubt. I really want to get into this. I'm gonna try to stay away from the rating, but I'm gonna talk about it when you're ready.
Because like for real, I'm looking at Peter Gomez. Peter Gomez says rated L for love.
No. I'm just saying we don't want to get our program knocked off for not putting the right
we don't want
rating
to do that. And we on iHeart. So we gotta be extra here.
Because we could do it, but we just didn't put the rating in.
Rating on it. Yeah.
That's it. So carry on.
Yeah, I don't want Clear Channel to bump us. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that's funny to me is that and this is based upon premarital. Let's keep that. Although they're married now. They're married now. But this is based upon premarital.
Truly, in their case, it's premarital because you see with that first question.
Yes. All right. Yes. So she said she rates hers at a 7. He rates his at a 10. I'm guessing because he's always in that place because we're very visual and he always sees her. And in the newness of the relationship, I don't know for me, I still see Faith right now. And I'm just like, yes, I'm ready right now. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
nothing changed with the weather, homeboy, for me either. Like I feel like I'm 15.
Yes.
15-year-olds, they just dudes, 15-year-olds, and things start really sparking. I'm that guy still, like in terms of my
to this day.
Ain't nothing changed, man.
Ain't no problems. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now I understand that women are a little bit different. Not all women, but the majority of women are more of an emotional nature, if you will. And so therefore, if the emotional needs are not met, if the conversations are not being had, then she's not motivated because that's the thing that motivates her is the emotions. What motivates the men's emotions is when you break them off, then he's motivated emotionally.
Now, what does break them off mean, Quest?
All right. Let me just say it. He is more inclined to be emotional with you if you engage in physical marital activities with him, if you will.
Okay, so if you're not abstaining, if you're not withholding, or don't have a problem where you need to withhold, you have a physiological. If all of that, if all systems are go, and you're going,
and you're going, then he might talk your ears off. You know what I'm saying?
So he's gonna be more engaged, huh?
Oh, he's gonna be engaged. Because he understands, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is what, and I want more of that. So I'm just going to continue giving you more of this.
Okay, so it's reciprocity.
Yes, it's reciprocity.
Okay, that's to an extent.
To an extent.
But it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not because that's really more so the phileo love, if you will. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's required, actually.
It is. It is
on top of the rest. Yeah.
Right. So, but on the flip side of that, in order because we're talking in the context of sex, not emotions. In order for her to want to engage in, she has to emotionally be in the place and like full of love. Her love tank has to be on full, if you will. And how do we achieve that? Through relating emotionally with her, you know what I'm saying? Through speaking her love language. Like if you're planning for it on Wednesday, we've had this discussion before. We glide up, she glides up, gets to this point, and then she just kind of glides back down, if you will. But what I'm noticing is that although she holds the amount of times at the same level as his, that can change once she's not in an emotional place. And it doesn't necessarily be because you haven't spoken to her emotionally. It might be. Yeah.
Like if Josiah has a fever, then I'm just going to let you know that Simone is off.
Yeah.
Duty.
Yep.
Period. If he has a fever. I'm not talking about a 104 in the hospital.
Yeah.
But I'm not crazy enough to think that if the dude got a 102, that her desire level is going to be high.
Yeah.
Because there are outlying factors.
Yeah.
There's something that is vying for her attention that is so important that this can wait because I ain't going nowhere.
Sidebar though, if it was us, we trying to have it with the flu.
Dude, he's in no, not talking about me. I'm talking about him, not me. That's the little dude, not me, Josiah.
I'm just saying, but that's relative to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain parts of them that has to be in a good place in order for them to, you know what I'm saying? For us, we could be sick.
Yeah.
sweating bullets, and we still try. We still
Yeah. A
try
lot of
to
guys.
get it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So, okay. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
The how often I want to get to that and stay away from the little line that we can't
Okay.
cross right
Okay.
now because we didn't put the rating
Okay. Yeah. Come on.
on. Our bodies,
Yeah.
and I know that this is okay. Let me say something really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's always a time you have to qualify and you have to say depends on this person, depends on that person, but there are certain things that are generally reality. Otherwise, we couldn't have a nat and phys books. You couldn't put people through medical school because there wouldn't be enough commonality to be able to teach on the subjects.
Right.
So if this is not you, fine. Like fine.
Fine.
Yeah, it does. Was that clear enough, Quest?
No, that's clear enough.
It's clear enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So there are people who can perform well
Mm-hmm.
frequently, but eventually the body will break.
Oh,
And when I
come
say
on.
frequently, I don't want to pick an interval because somebody's gonna argue with the point, and I'm not even making the point on the detail. All I'm saying is that the body is wired on the male side, as an example, to replenish over a certain number of hours fully. A female, I shouldn't say female because some people don't think that's a biological term. The woman is also subject to trauma because again, the sexual act is loving, it is kind, it can be gentle, but some people be jumping off the rafters and doing all kind of stuff that can cause trauma. And so if the body hasn't recovered from that, then I mean, certain cultures are into trauma, bro. Like the culture that I live in, there ain't nothing like I could tell you stories about what people have said to them. And I'm like, what? And when you look at anyway, so it just depends on how y'all do what you do, whether the frequency is feasible or not.
Yep.
Or how satisfied someone is. Because when you eat food, bro, like you eat a meal, Quest. I'm gonna put it like this. For those of y'all that like sweets, you can eat a box of donuts, right? No problem. Your belly's a little bit bloated. You eat 12 donuts and you still want more donuts because empty calories. But what if you get 3 bananas and an orange and you get a green drink with it? To you, it was good if you like that kind of thing, but you're satisfied. So maybe you're not ready to do that again in the next 20 minutes because now the hypothalamus is like, yo, I'm satisfied, so I'm good for now.
I'm good. Yep.
So satisfaction, on the front side, you can find it novel if you've never had that experience before, or you just feel extra frisky. You could be like, yo, let's just keep going and keep doing it over and over and multiple days in the week and every week for 2 months or 7 months or whatever. But there comes a point sometime when life hits you where you can be satisfied to the point where you're like, yo, I'm good, man. I'm just happy that I'm basking in the sunshine.
Come on.
Good. And I've left a lot out because, it's sizzle, not steak, Quest.
It's the sizzle. It's just the sizzle. I want to just look at some of these comments. They are hilarious. And some of them are dope, though. Shouts out to Dre. Dre said the garage door could be on fire. He trying to get one in real quick.
He said, get one in. Well, I need
but Jamala T said that women peak in desire. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, somebody else just said it. Hold on one second. Let me find it out. I just saw it a while ago.
Well, Gemma's joint. Women peak in desire as we get wiser.
Yes.
And good experiences and a smiley face on her joint.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's dope. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these. That's good to know.
Let's talk about these other questions real quick.
Yeah, no doubt.
The second question was, who do you expect to initiate sex? Whether is it you? Tony said you husband, and Chris was like both.
I say both as well. I say both as well.
That's who you expect, Quest, or who you'd like?
Who I'd like. I'd like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to always, like, sometimes, I want her to, I want her to back me up. Like, yo, can I see you for a minute? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind. I find that to be real sexy. Like,
ain't nothing wrong, Quest.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, let me say this. I remember the dating days. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I remember being pressed. You know what I'm saying?
What's press mean?
I remember being pressed by a female. I remember being
You mean
pressed
like women, a female pursuing you? Is that what you mean?
Okay. But the days when we went to the club, you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
when she would come by and come talk to you, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? She would use all of her womanly attributes and
Okay.
mannerisms too. And she knew what she was doing, and you knew what she knew that you knew what she was doing.
Like we
You know
used
what
to
I'm
say,
saying?
throwing you base quest.
Oh yeah, she was throwing enough base. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
And there is no one else in the world that I would appreciate that more from than my wife. You know, if it come from any other woman, I'm just like, okay, I'm flattered, nice, but I'm married. You know, whatever the case may be. But
good answer. That's right, man. It needs to be.
Yeah.
It needs to be, Quest. Real talk. Like,
no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. But there's no woman that I would rather have that come from than her. So I want her to, you know, sometimes like, hey, and she, you know, every once in a while when she's, you know, saying, feeling, you know, I'm every woman, you know, saying she'll do that. But for the most part, it's me. So I would like it for her, but yeah, for the most part, I'm the initiator. You know what I'm saying? She walk across the room and looking like how she look, and I'm like, hey, sister girl, you know what I'm saying? Can I holler at you for a minute?
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Y'all flow how you flow. And that's the whole point, though. What if you have a conflicting joint where this one says both and this one says you? Okay, that's all right. You can kind of work through that. But what if one says you and the other one says the other person? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have the opposite view. Like, so that means, like, if the husband is waiting for the wife and the wife is waiting for the husband, now you got a problem, Houston.
Oh, it is an issue.
Right? Because both of you are now having spoiled expectations. And so that's something that,
you know what's dope too,
talked about. Real talk
is, there you go. What's dope about it too, D, is when you can talk about it, just like you said, when you can communicate, like, what are the expectations? Here's the thing that catches me, and I forgot, where were we this week? I think I was in a coaching session. I was coaching a couple this week. And one of the questions in what we use, you know, as the framework for the premarital coaching dealt with this. Like, are you comfortable with telling your husband what you like, or are you comfortable with telling your wife or telling your spouse what you like sexually, what you expect? And here's the thing: I found out that, and it's kind of even. I can't say who does it more than who just yet. But what I found out is that there are spouses who are not as comfortable talking to their spouse about what they like sexually. Like,
yeah.
And I don't know about nobody else, but that just seems kind of weird for me, especially like in places like the church. But I'll leave that for another conversation. Let's just deal with the relationship. So you mean to tell me y'all doing it? You got children running around the house, 1 child, 2 children, 3 children, 4 children running around this house. So that's evidence of the fact that y'all are in here doing it, and nobody ain't talking about what they like or dislike.
Well, you know, it depends on people's paradigm. Like, that's actually one of the things that people are rating in these assessments. Like, do you talk about it? You willing to talk about it? Yes or no? It didn't come up in our sample couples joint, but it came up in ours and Simone and mine. So I'll talk about that a little bit. There was sort of a scale where we had to choose among different paradigms and rate them in priority.
Yeah.
So the top 3 for me were respect, communication, balanced sex drives. For Simone, it was balanced sex drives, number 1, cleanliness, and variety. And so, you know, that's a big deal. So if you two are compatible in that way, then it works out. But what if somebody's not down, that has no interest in cleanliness, whatever that means, right? And then the other spouse that's a big thing on the scale. Now you got a potential problem. And so when it comes on to speaking it, what if you come from an archaic background where if you said something, you would get you get the side eye in your household.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or if the people that grew you only read books from the 1800s where you literally couldn't say certain words because it was improper.
I wouldn't survive.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been reading the book for 20 years, almost 20 years, titled, it's a compilation titled Testimonies on Sexual Behavior, Adultery, and something else by Ellen White.
Yeah.
Right. and she wrote in the 1800s and in the early 19s. And so when she talks about self-abuse, it's like, what is self-abuse? That's actually masturbation. So if you come up in a household where people are reading stuff from the 1800s and you using all this cryptic language, self-abuse, what does that mean? Like in the psych field, that's like self-injurious behavior means punching yourself in the face, you know, running your body into stuff that you shouldn't.
Right.
But in the 1800s, self-abuse meant something sexual. And if your peoples talk like that, then what are the odds of you coming into your marriage and saying whatever about the sexual experience? You see what I'm saying? So it just depends on the culture in which you were brought up and what was acceptable, what was not acceptable. Like my mom, well, I can't tell you what my mom said. I ain't gonna put her on blast, but she put me on. Listen, man, I was like 12 and she was in the kitchen. She was like, listen, man, this is how it's gonna be with you sexually. This is how you were gonna behave. And I was like, wow, I'm thinking like, are we really talking about this? Like, so clearly my mom just kicked the door right off the hinges and just went straight at the thing. And I wasn't even 13 yet. Like this was her expectation of her son in that realm. So for me, clearly I'm able to talk about it because it started out like that for me.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing though, D, there are a couple of couples that are not talking about it.
So and neither of them.
But that's what I'm saying. And how can you experience the fullness of do you understand? And this is the reason why, man, I'm so mad. I mean, I'm mad at the old me, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a partaker in it. But like, it's such a dope gift that God gives to married couples. And I think because we indulge in it early, we never really learn the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? And the fullness of what that actual act is. Yeah. So like for real,
it's an experience.
There is some negative connotation to some extent, whether it be a small negative connotation or a big one, to the point where you're uncomfortable talking about it and you're married. And I'm not, wait, let me not say this. You're uncomfortable talking to your spouse about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, let's give them some hope, Quest, because my homegirl, Sherilyn, is like, what do you do when they are not comfortable talking about it? Mm-hmm. Isn't it unfair to the next partner to expect them to satisfy sexual needs that are not being expressed? So here's the thing. This is why third parties are very helpful. Whether the third party be a resource that you both are imbibing, like you're reading a book together, you're going through a workbook together, you're seeing sex therapists, hopefully Christian in my mind, some kind of other marital coach or mentor or therapist, because they can help kind of get these things out, because you may not be a conversation starter. You might not know what's going to happen if you start the conversation. And so sometimes third parties can kind of equalize that piece and help you get out of the weeds on it, because there's something to talk about. You may not have the same way of speaking, you know, but the point is, like, if you're not communicating on the thing, we need to be on some level or another. So that's, you know, that's where it is. And
I love it.
We're going to achieve balance, bro.
Yep. Jamal Latisse, help me pronounce,
Gemma. Just call her Gemma, bro.
Gemma, praise. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. She said, I love her comment. She said, heading into meeting, can't wait to watch the recap. She said, love this discussion. She says, yes, greater later. And you must tell your lover what you need and want.
Yeah. Yep. And they're not the same. Needs and wants are not always the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good stuff, bro.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. Yeah. Look, man, I think we gotta get out of here, bro. Like we really it's always on. We don't have to, but it's sizzle. It's not steak. We're gonna do a webinar, full webinars on this stuff, and
no doubt.
Hopefully in a couple of months, we'll be in a seminar setting in Maryland.
Yep.
Talking
and stay tuned, y'all. We coming up with that information for y'all to get on those webinars soon, man. So stay tuned.
Yeah, definitely. So give us a little something, Quest, to get us out of here, bro.
You already know what I'm always saying, man. I don't care where you are in the spectrum.
Yeah.
Shaky to good, good to great. Ultimately, we want to be at phenomenal. But phenomenal don't just happen. It takes work. So let's do that.
Yeah, let's get it.
There you have it, y'all.
All right.
Yeah. So before, man, today we it was Ram today. So I just want to shout out all the peeps who was on today, man. Craig was on today, as always.
Yeah.
Frenchie, you know what I'm saying? Isaiah, Gemma, you know what I'm saying? Andre, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Uh, Sherilyn Sales was on today. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we was deep today.
Yeah, man.
Theophilus was on today. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to him. Dyson, you know what I'm saying? Tamika Dyson, shouts out to her. Wayne Gray was on today. You know what I'm saying? Who
Come on
else?
with your
It was a
yard,
number of people.
Wayne
Come
Gray.
on, my yard. Yeah, Peter Gomez. Shouts out to him. Peter had me cracking
Pete,
up today.
it's my man.
Yeah, Peter said rated L for love, baby.
Yeah. Went to university.
Ronnie Jack. Shouts out to Ronnie. Paul Graham. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Pastor P was on today.
All them
Shouts out to
preachers
Paul.
today. Yeah.
Yep. Eddie Felder was on today. Shouts out to him. You know what I'm
Stand
saying?
up, boy.
Ayana. Yep. Ayana was on today. Shouts out to her, man. Yep, and all the other. Oh, Coach Frank was on today too, man.
Of
Shouts out
course.
to Coach Frank, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
And Rolando out in that Vegas area. Shouts out to him as
Okay.
well. Shout
Yeah.
out Delane for me. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Demetrius was on. Renee Hampton was on.
Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody
Mm-hmm.
that you didn't see.
Yep.
Andre Sylvester. I don't know if you said that, but
Oh,
that's
I did. Dre. Yeah, you know I'm a big up Dre. And my man Demetrius, man. That's my man, 50 grand.
good stuff.
Out to him, man. Yep.
Yeah, man. That's good stuff, man. So yeah, I'm happy about it. Today was a decent day, and
Yep.
you know, we don't want to, oversell a program like this.
Yeah.
But we
I do
do
want to say this though,
webinars.
D.
We're gonna turn up in the webinars and not leave stuff unturned.
Yeah, no doubt. I do want to say this though, guys. If you get a chance, we're looking to up the reviews on iTunes, iHeartRadio. So if
Yeah.
you get an opportunity, if you're listening, if iTunes is your platform that you listen to when we release it today to iTunes. Right now, what y'all doing is watching the live broadcast, but we are trying our best to get the numbers up. Once you get above 100, you become true players in
Where?
the iTunes game. So we're trying to do that. So do us a favor, help us to enlarge our territory. Go to iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Leave us a review. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, man. I just want to say one last piece, man, for people
Come on.
who are horrified by speaking openly or think that we're being sort of guarded, but that was only because of the rating. We didn't put a rating in to accommodate the conversation and much further. But if you're ever in doubt about what God feels about the thing, just read the book of Songs of Solomon.
Yep, no doubt.
And read it in multiple versions of the Bible.
Oh, what's
under inspiration, my man showed, and the women in the book showed how it's done.
Yeah.
And it's sweet. And it's one of those books that I'm writing on the back burner. I got a ton of books on the back burner, Quest, but I peeped that a few years ago, and I was like, oh no, I need to really get into this and write something on it. So it's good stuff, man. The Lord gives a formula, man. So get in there and read it, and you'll get some good insight. Maybe we should do that, Quest. Maybe the next time we talk about sex, we just go into the book and read what it says and unpack that. How you feel about that?
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I love it. And I love the language that they use too.
Oh yeah, it's good. All right.
Yep. Yes, indeed. So let's get this post-production popping, man, and get on to the next.
All right. Well, I guess we just got one more thing, Quest.
Yeah. First and foremost, thank y'all for joining us. And secondly, what happened to peace?
Peace.